Okay, well, thanks for being here so late for myself. Appreciate you guys hanging around. I am recording this, so anybody that missed anything, they're not going to miss anything because because we had probably had a whole bunch of people. Half the people probably left. They thought we canceled it or something, but we are here. We are live. We're all good. So it looks like we're gonna be able to continue on. So let's get cracking on this thing because I did have another prior appointment, but I should be able to do tonight's webinar in about 25 minutes, no problem. Okay, so let's get into it without any other further ado. Let's take a look at our regular stuff. We got some. I want to go through the power of one tonight and just talk a little bit about some of the a little bit more deeper about the product access you're going to have on Monday because we are that close away. We are getting super close. This is our member count now. It looks like that the way that we are headed now, we probably should be able to over exceed or, we're definitely going to hit over 20,000. And we got 18,197 members, maybe a few more here. I counted up, the members were totaled at about, I don't know, 45 minutes ago, I guess. So we're probably closer a little bit, another 100 or another 50 or so anyway. Above that. So that's awesome, guys. We are in the final stretch here. I like to call the final stretch because we're under a week. And there's nothing stopping us from launching whatsoever, just like we had the other previous set launch date. Obviously, we've grown at a lot quicker pace since we extended the launch on Thursday, April 4th. And we, again, just to remind everybody that the launch date is going to be April 15th at 4 p.m. Eastern, I believe. And so make sure that you guys get you and your teams and everybody at that time because it's going to be crucial because the way that we have the system set up, the system is set up to keep the integrity of the sponsorship line and because that will also affect how team leverage commissions get paid too. So what we actually have happen is the first 2 days will be saved for the upline sponsor to sign up. Okay, so what that means is that once we hit the clock runs down, doesn't matter where you are internationally, because I know some of you guys say, well, it's different where mine is, and that it's not different, it's the same. Okay, because you're just in a different part of the world. When your clock hits 0, that's when it's go time. Okay, so when it does hit 0, when you go to log into your account, you're gonna have a little access video from me. This is what will happen. The pre-launch members area will disappear for every single person. Okay, and so what's going to happen is you're going to see a little video from me telling you what's happening, and a little short video, and then you will be shown the full official Academy of Online Success Instant Traffic Bootcamp presentation. Okay, and that's for the $25 so that you can join. Now, of course, I strongly recommend that you watch the full presentation. I know some of you guys are excited and you just want to get in anyway and lock it in before any of your members doing that. But in the first 48 hours, you can't lose your positioning anyway. Okay, so you're going to want to lock it in. Just take your time, watch the presentation. It's, I believe, 24 minutes long. Watch it, and remember, what you're watching is not only a presentation for you to get all the details of exactly everything that you're buying into for $25 and getting access to, but also to what you're, most importantly, you're understanding what you're representing and what you're actually seeing. And, and obviously I think you'll be very proud of what I've put together on there. There's income proof. There's, things to back up what I'm capable of being able to train you guys with. There's over 10 different shortcuts that I go into detail on, sharing what the products are, how you'll benefit from them, all that kind of stuff. Remember, I'm a good sales guy. Okay, and that's to benefit you guys, right? I know some of you guys don't fully grasp that, or put your head around that yet, because you think you're being sold to, but it's the opposite way. Remember, this is a business opportunity as well. So not only do the products at the Academy can help people individually, but also too by you sharing them with other people and the links and the affiliate links that we give you, it also turns into a magnificent opportunity as well. Okay, so I encourage you to go through that. Once you go through that, then you're going to have access to the full real members dashboard. Okay, remember, you only see the pre-launch dashboard right now, so everything's going to change. Okay, but for the good. It's not a bad change or anything, obviously. It's everything that we want you to see. There'll be a smart start guide, a checklist for you to get going on. You'll be able to have full access to all of the products and the different course levels at the academy, and different course levels are based on your, are you a newbie? Are you an intermediate? Do you want to go fast? Do you want to go slow? We have it all set up so that it accommodates every single type of person that's out there trying to earn money or trying to learn how to generate traffic on the internet. Okay. Yeah. So we got a lot of people typing a lot of stuff. I guess I've been doing ads every day. That's awesome. Okay. Awesome. So anyway, I'll continue. Um, that is awesome, Dave. Um, but what you're going to want to do, and then just lock in your spot, obviously, and get into the access area. So it's really um, important that you understand what you have your hands on too, so that you'll be able to move forward. But those of you that really just aren't sure what this is, and you're brand new to the internet marketing world, and you don't even know if there's really a product, because unfortunately we have some people saying we don't think we have a product. Well, we don't yet, because we didn't launch yet. Nobody has access to the product yet, so you will have full access on that 15. So and encourage yourself, and make sure that you're around that time. So whether if you're work on Monday, once you get home, access it, watch it, lock yourself in, because if you've sponsored people during this pre-launch time, which we've had thousands of people sponsor people, it's probably an industry high record number of enrollers that this capacity could be at. Think about this: we have over 20% of people in our membership are actually sponsored people. That means it's over 3,000 people have sponsored, well over 3,000 people that have sponsored somebody. That's powerful stuff, guys. 3,000 people that have already sponsored people. So you got to understand that if you don't lock in, the person that you've sponsored, if they try to go lock in, all they'll be able to see is the presentation, and they won't be able to lock in their spot because it'll tell them that you haven't done it yet. Okay? Now, what'll also happen is a little video come up and say, hey, I know you're anxious to get started. You want to access the academy. We'd love to have you, and we want to get you started too. But to keep the integrity of the system and the sponsorship lineup and give credit where credit is due to your sponsor hasn't locked in his spot yet. He may be in the process of doing that, but if you'd like to encourage him or let him know of your urgency to get started, please contact him at the following information. So that's why there will be his phone number, his email, his Skype there provided to you so that you could contact him. And that's why I also encourage all of you listening to this recording or the live version that you complete the contact information update inside the members area. Okay, because that is what's going to be displayed to your members. So do it, even if you haven't sponsored anybody, fill it out. If you haven't done it yet and you do have sponsored people, for sure do it, because then you'll also get an idea of some of the people that may be contacting you because they want to lock in their spot, and you could be losing out commissions. After 48 hours of that happening, what's going to happen is that you're going to have anybody that's been waiting on their sponsor to do it or not, because some people have gone out and sponsored 2 people or 5 people and they just won't come back, or they'll forget, or for whatever reason. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that, why that would be a mistake here tonight with the power of one, with a real live example. But if they didn't do that after 48 hours, you'd be able to lock in anyway. Okay, and after you lock in at that spot, you don't lose your downline, because we have a grace period for that to happen. Okay, so just because of launch, we have to manually be able to come back and check everything before payouts. We'll be able to lock in and everything anyway. So we want to make sure that he came in first. He was that was good. We have to move him over there. So we have our staff ready to be able to do all that. So you don't worry then say, well, I waited to the last minute and then my sponsor didn't do it and it caused me to lose my guys and all that kind of stuff. It won't happen. Okay, you want to lock in as quick as you can. You want to encourage your sponsor to do it as quick as you can, and then you want to start working towards going through the courses, and also to really fully start promoting it. Okay, so that's kind of a brief view of what's going to happen there. We'll go a lot more detail as we get into the weekend. But you guys are on the right path. You guys are on the right track. We're starting to speed things up, and it's getting exciting. Let's take a look at some of the other things that mean that we're growing pretty good. This is our Alexa rankings, and we like to keep you updated on this. On April 7th, I guess it was a couple days ago, in the world we are ranked 47,000th. Just 2 days later, we've moved up 11,000 spots in the world. We're in the top 36,000 websites in the world now already. And we're not even a month into this thing, where they have a rolling average of much more than that. Okay, in the United States alone, we're under 9,000 now in the United States. So we've moved up another, few thousand, or close to 2,000 spots, 1,500, I guess. And it's really cool to see this happen, this trend, right? It's really cool to see that happen. What does this mean? It just means that not only are all our memberships really happening, right? 18,000, because I had even had someone say this, is that really a number? Yes, folks, look. Okay, this is a third party that does tracking of the traffic to the site, and it coincides with our growth as well for memberships. Okay, so this is exciting. This is big time, and you guys are part of something really cool here. Daily co-op lottery winners, before I get into the power of one, which is very crucial for you guys to see. Even if you've never sponsored somebody before, I think you'll find the power of one pretty impressive. So daily lottery winner, we had dozens of entries. You had to have 5 or more. What it means to be in the co-op winner during pre-launch means that because the co-op will not be extended into launch, because we're going to be showing you how we get all the signups with the co-op, it's going to be really a privilege to be a part of something like that. So everybody during pre-launch can actually win spots for the live launch going forward. Okay, so imagine being able. So for instance, today Anja Tumert just won $100 advertising co-op. It's like a certificate for advertising. Me and my marketing team will take her advertising or her affiliate link, and go spend $100 on our very efficient marketing methods to be able to get 30 cents a click on her $100 and be able to generate her opt-ins, and also to be able to build her list, and also to be able to probably make a few sales for her. Okay, or I believe that's a woman. I hope so. If I screwed that up, I apologize immensely for that. How do you get in the co-op, and how do you have a chance to win it? Well, you can only win it once. So if you've been in it before, you can only win it once, and it's 5 members or more. So you have to sponsor 5 members or more, but I guess there's only 6 spots left to be able to be won. So I'm only giving out $600 more. So if you want to win that, you got to get 5 in the day. If you're sitting at 3, if you're sitting at 4, and you look at that and say, you know what, just call a buddy and say, hey, I know you're maybe not interested in learning how to make money on the internet, but I'd like you to take a look at this, plus it'll help me out. You know what I mean? And just take a stab at it and see if he might be interested. You never know. When we go live, have him watch the presentation, the full presentation, not just these things, because we don't really reveal every single thing they're going to get and how they'll benefit from it. It's more of the money side of it, right? But as a person wanting to learn how to do it, it's kind of scary, right? Going on the internet to try to learn how to make money on the internet. Or if a person is struggling, just get them to do this, because when on launch date, when they watch the presentation, I'm sure they'll see that how we're going to be able to help them, or at least make a clear path for them to be able to do it. Okay, so that's our winner for today. Let's go to our top 3 and top 10 sponsors. I've got numbers. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to change the the animation to the slide. So anyway, we'll do this in a weird order. Number 2 is Omar Harris, and he has 864 members. Okay, 864 members. Now remember, if we would just convert it at 10%, just imagine if Omar converts at 10%. I think it's more likely going to be 20 plus for myself. So if you take the average, around 15 is probably more likely what you're going to get. But just think about that. That means that even at just a low 10%, that means that Omar is going to have 86 qualified commissions. Okay, that's a lot of money, guys. And if you take 86 qualified commissions multiplied by with a combination of team leverage 100% commissions, you're looking at around $17,000 Omar is going to earn on probably in the first 48 to 72 hours. Not too bad. $17,000. A lot of people don't make that in a month. Omar's going to make that in probably a day or two. Okay. In third spot, Grant Fleur at 749 members, and number 1. He might have more than this now, but about an hour ago, Steve Butel had 99, and I keep hitting refresh to see if it would change, and it did. He had about 15 minutes before the webinar was supposed to start. I know that was about a half an hour before it really did because of my screw up tonight, couldn't get on there. But Steve Beutel is at 1,000 members, guys. He's got 1,000 pre-launch members. And just imagine if that converts just even at the low amount of 10%, that means 100 people. It's very, very powerful. Here's who rounds out the rest of the top 10. Which is, it's kind of cool. Deborah retained, I think, number 4. Lucas, Casper, Jacob, Melixina, Jeffrey, Shane, and Ronald Janzi got back in the top 10. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not, but Ronald was out of the top 10 for a few days anyway, but he went out and did some more marketing, obviously, got some more signups, and he's back in the top 10. Okay. Now, again, all of you guys that are marketing and pushing really hard and stuff like that, it doesn't end after pre-launch. Right? Remember, pre-launch is just the beginning. This is just a big lump sum's going to happen, right? For those of you that are looking for the income side of it, all that have been promoting out here, the top 10 are going to make a lot of money right out of the gates, okay? And I mean, a lot of you guys, we have over 3,000 people have sponsored people, okay? So we're going to have a lot of people. We're going to have over $1 million in commissions paid. So just think about that. In the first just few hours or in the first few days, we're going to have $1 million be earned by you guys. Okay, and deciding on what piece you get is up to you. But that doesn't end right there, right? All of those members are going to be retained. Plus, now we go into full launch mode where you will advertise, and I'll do my sales presentations for you, and I'll convert sales for you. Okay, so that's just beginning. Remember, you're designing to build your life and your financial lifestyle. You're not. It doesn't just end after pre-launch. It gets exciting after pre-launch. We get to really start making money. Okay, so hang in there if you haven't yet. Another thing I just want to touch on, to become involved in our ambassador program, we've decided, remember, about a week ago to allow everybody to get an opportunity to join the ambassador program early during pre-launch, which we didn't have. We have currently now 52 ambassadors. That means that we have 52 people with 50 or more pre-launch members. All you got to do is get 50, and I see that there's a ton of you guys with 40 or more. There's dozens and dozens of you guys with 40 or more. So do whatever you can in the next 6 days, because when we go launch, it won't be that easy to become an ambassador. Why do you want to be ambassador? Because you get early Facebook group access right now. So that's the benefit you'd get right now. Okay. You get personal touch call from either myself as the owner or the president and CEO, Alec Herring. Okay, I've been pretty busy. I only talked to a couple of you guys so far, but I will eventually get to everybody. But Alec right now has the ability, and he is reaching out to you guys. Okay, and so he's met a lot of people, as you heard on the webinars that he's done, and talk about those conversations and how that's going. You get access to that Facebook group. Now, upon launch and live launch, everybody will have access to the Facebook group. Okay, why? Because we want that to be a community of positive people to share ideas, help each other with the training, give clearance on the training, help support each other, and just give a good positive mindset to everybody that a lot of people here are here to help you, and you can get answers from all the training that we're going to be giving. If you need clarification or anything like that, immediately you'll be able to access the Facebook group, and there'll be thousands of people inside that group to be able to answer questions for you. Okay, so right now the ambassadors are benefiting from that. All the other members will benefit starting for that on Monday. You'll be able to also get ambassador-only private chat room after the launch. So the ambassadors will also have a private area where they will still be able to interact with each other and corporate the academy faculty. Okay, so where they'll still be able to interact at that different level, we're going to privatize and keep that exclusive again to only ambassadors. So it's important that you get there. You also have pre-meeting for live events the day before. So if we have a live event, where I'll come out and do some training for you guys right live, let's say on a Friday and Saturday or something like that, or a Saturday, Sunday. The day before, there'll be a private event with ambassadors able to attend that event with the corporate staff that we have, and be able to sit in on those meetings as we make decisions, as we come up with ideas, as we brainstorm prior to those events, and as the company moves forward. So if you want to be a part of that decision-making process, put your 2 cents in, those kind of things, make suggestions, write directly to us, become an ambassador. Okay. You'll also get weekly corporate webinar access. So we have webinars on the weekend. Right now, currently, we already started them last weekend, and you'll be able to get on those and interact with corporate. Bring up concerns, talk about issues, talk about solutions, talk about cool things you want to add to the academy as we move forward, things like that. Okay, and then last but not least, you'll be able to have early bird registration for the live events. Our live events will be restricted to how many people can attend them, especially the first probably couple, because of the size and the area that we want to have. But ambassadors would have first right to those tickets. They'd probably have a week or at least 3 days before everybody else got access to them, so they'd be able to secure and guarantee a spot at those live events. Okay, so what does it take to become an ambassador? Go get 50 plus members. Okay, that's what you got to do. Let's talk quickly about the Power of One before I have to run off. Okay, I want to talk about a real life scenario that we see panning out with the Academy right now. And this is just one example. I'm not going to talk specific names or anything like that. But here's what's happened, and I want to share with you a little bit more. Although I cannot share fully the compensation plan, I can share the benefit of you taking action. Okay, so I want to share this with you. Okay. This is a person in the academy right now that joined, I guess it was about 14 days ago. And they joined and they took their affiliate link and they went out and promoted it. I don't know how hard they did or what they did. Maybe they just talked to a person they knew. I don't know. I've never recognized this person before. Okay. And this is how we identified this. This is how me and Alec found out that this is happening. This is really cool. Okay. This is beneficial to a lot of you guys. And I want this to be a wow factor, something to uplift you and create belief for yourself. Okay, because it's important for you to believe, because if you believe great things can happen to you, you're more likely to be motivated to go out and do the things that will put you in place for those great things to happen. Does that make sense? And because if you're always skeptical, if you're always wondering if it's going to work, if you're always wondering if this was for you, you're not sure if you'll be able to learn the training and all that kind of stuff, it will prevent you from actually taking the steps necessary to put yourself in front of those situations so that you can benefit. Okay, so this person, okay, and he's joined. Obviously, he was a little bit interested in the academy, right? He's a really excited guy, and he went out and he sponsored 2 people. This is all still to this day. He's only ever sponsored 2 people, ever. Okay, now this is really cool. This is the power of one. Okay, now this is very interesting. One of the people that he sponsored, we checked on, and I went, because I got curious about this, because what led me to find out who this person was that one of these 2 people that he sponsored is in our top 10. Okay, so one of the other people that he sponsored though hasn't done anything. They don't have any sponsors either. They have 0. So it means they just came in and looked and didn't do anything. But at least this guy went out and told a few people, and he told the right one, obviously, right? Whether he knows it or not, at this point, he may not even be realizing it. Maybe he's even gone already. Maybe, it was pre-launch. I don't know if it's even going to work. I only got 2, and he left. Okay? This person, though, see, I can hear you on there, Alec. I don't know, or Alec, or whoever's on the other moderator button. I don't know what's causing it, but somebody's there. Anyway, this person goes out, and this person has sponsored 600 plus people. They've got 600 members joined the academy already. Okay. Now, I mean, some of you guys don't understand this, but remember, there's a leverage aspect to our compensation plan. Okay. Although we haven't fully revealed that yet, and we will do that on the 15th. It's not that we're hiding it; it's because we can't reveal anything during pre-launch. We really can't. We've been trying. I want to. Trust me, I want to, but for a lot of reasons, we can't. Okay. So this person was sponsored 2. One didn't do anything, which is pretty typical, right? But one did, and they went out and generated 600 signups so far. Now, based on my projections, which I am lowballing, by the way, okay, based on knowing what the compensation plan is, me and Alec went out and just ran the numbers for this guy. Okay, not this person, Not this one, because this one's going to do fine, right? Because that's normal for everybody, and that's why I wanted to share this tonight. That this person went out and sponsored 600. They're going to, let's say they even got a low 10% conversion. They're going to make a lot of money. Okay, they're going to make over $10,000. This person easily. But I want to know what this person's going to get. Okay, because this business, what we're setting up for you as the opportunity at the Academy, is to teach you how to make money using leverage, like rich and wealthy do. Okay? And you're going to see a lot more of this kind of training because we want you to become rich and wealthy, whatever that is to you. But for sure, it's creating an amazing lifestyle that lawyers and sports athletes even would dream about. Okay? You get to pick when you want, and the money never stops. Okay? So this person goes out and gets 600. They're not done yet, obviously. They're going to keep building. This person's staying forever. This guy's got an income forever as long as he locks in his spot. Okay? Now, if he just says, "No, I'm not even going to do it," obviously he won't get those commissions. But because of that, just at a low 10%, conversion, I think it's going to be higher than that, but let's just say even low 10%. Based on team leverage, 100% commission matches, and the commissions that this person would receive from sponsoring just 2 people and only 1 locking in, okay, would equal immediately in the first month, without doing anything else, this is how much that person would make. $3,400. The power of one. Now, you might be saying, "Well, I wish that was me." Well, don't stop wishing, because wishing doesn't get you anything. Okay? It's not the lottery. Okay? This person still had to go out and take action and sign up these 2 people. Right? It wasn't luck. Maybe it was luck that they got this person, but if they would have not taken that first step to do it, luck would never happen for them. Am I making myself clear? Wishing for something better never happens. Taking action and doing something gets you in positions to seem like it's almost that you're lucky, right? I had people in my family when I first started to look at making money online in my own way and doing all this kind of stuff and going to these MLM meetings, and I did all kinds of stuff, guys, and you'll learn more about that as we take our journey together through the Academy. But I had people laugh at me. I had people think I'm crazy. My dad told me that I was an idiot. My brother, he just couldn't believe it. He was embarrassed of me. All of those things, but I didn't let them. I believed that I could do it, and I didn't listen to them. What I did was I went out and took action. And then all of a sudden, this is what became. I got lucky. Okay? So I went and quit my job. I was making about $170,000 a year. I quit that. About 2 weeks later, after I quit my job, I bought a dream home, model dream home with cash. Bought a vehicle for me and my wife at the time. Had a baby on the way. Life was pretty cool. And guess what? The people that laughed at me and doubted me and told me those things can't work, now all of a sudden I was lucky. Because that never happens for the average person. And I said, "You're right. It doesn't." Because the average person doesn't stick to it. The average person doesn't take action. And the average person, because of those things, just wish it would happen. What was I different, and what did this guy do? Well, he had a little bit of faith. He had a little bit of belief in the system, in himself. And he went out and told a few people. So almost it appears that he got lucky. Just like I got lucky. I got lucky to make $15 million in this industry. Isn't that crazy? I was lucky. Right? I don't know how I was lucky. I didn't buy a ticket or anything. It seemed like it was a lot harder work than I got lucky. Okay? Now, maybe I did get lucky. Maybe this person's going to get lucky. Why did I get lucky? Because I put myself in the position for that to happen. For those of you that have failed in the past, for those of you that have struggled in the past, you got to think about this, right? To put yourself in the right position and to get the luck, you have to put yourself there. And then I know what you're saying. Well, then it's not luck. You're right. But it might seem like that to outsiders. Because right now, some of you guys that are pessimistic are looking at this and saying, "Well, that guy got lucky." But how do you know that your members right now, maybe you got 4, maybe you got 1, maybe you've only sponsored 1, maybe you got lucky to get in the co-op, which there's positions available now. So what if the co-op went out there and just got 3 for you or 8 for you? What if you went out and told 6 or 7 friends on Facebook? What if you went out and ran a solo ad? What if you did some other things? What if you did that, and what if all of a sudden you just got 1? What if that was a lucky one? Okay? Maybe it takes you 10 to get the lucky one. But it still takes action on your part to find the lucky one. All of a sudden they'll find you. And they'll go in there. What if, and you might be saying, well, that, I mean, some people, to me, $3,400 is awesome for anybody starting and signing up too. I don't care how much money I've made. $200 would be awesome. Okay? But my point behind this lesson here tonight, and the things that you'll be continue to learn in the academy as we get closer to this launch, is that it pays off for you to take action. You will get lucky because you take action. Isn't that cool? Luck doesn't come to those that just wish for it. Luck comes to those that actually deserve it. Isn't it? It always works that way. You never are lucky. I've never been lucky in this industry. It looks like a lot of luck has come to me, but it's because I took these steps and the action to actually go do it. I had faith. The glass has always been half full. I've always been positive. And because of that, I attract things to me. The law of attraction says that because I will do that, and because I have belief in this system, all of a sudden I found the right people that gave me leverage to be able to go out and make more money than I could possibly do on my own. Just like this guy, right? I mean, think about this. I've sponsored 1,500 people already in the academy, right? Did I get lucky sometimes? I'm guessing I got lucky out of a few of those 1,500. Okay, that's just my guess. You know, I have the advantage, obviously, I can look to see, but I haven't had time to do that. But my guess is that I got lucky a few times there. Just like this guy up here got lucky when he went out and shared his link, he got one of them. Now, does it mean that you're all going to get this lucky? Yeah, not yet. No, it doesn't. But what could happen is that if you but you will never have the chance to get lucky unless you take action. You never will be able to have that link out there. And because of our awesome compensation plan, not just because of the 100% commissions, and not just because we have an awesome, valuable product that everybody's going to benefit from, even if they didn't make money in the business opportunity part, they'll be able to make money with other businesses, other marketing. They'll be able to sell other products and all kinds of stuff. You will become internet marketing masters and you'll be able to make money just, anytime you want. I promise you that. But you got to put in the work. And by putting in the work, you're going to get lucky. I promise you'll get lucky once in a while. Okay? And it only takes once in a while. Look at this guy. Once in a while, he got 1. The power of 1. And look at that. That's pretty cool. My guess is this person that got 600 already is probably in for a while. Okay? Because they're going to make tens of thousands of dollars. So they're going to stay around for a while. They're going to keep building. And this guy's going to keep benefiting. If he locks in. Now, 2 lessons here. Power 1, take action, you're going to get luck, right? If you want to call it luck. Okay. The second thing is lock in. Don't be crazy. If you got 1, lock in because you don't know what that 1 has done. Okay. And me and Alec have found a few others since this. And by the way, it's not that we're sitting here analyzing the numbers and stuff. Here's what happened. We had somebody join and become the top 10. We just curious, who's the top 10 sponsor? Where are they coming from? Is there a pattern? What is, just things that we want to be able to offer back to you to give you guys more, more coaching, more help in the future and stuff. Try to identify our leaders, all that kind of stuff. We started to see this person that had over 100. And we said, wow, who's their sponsor? And we seen another person. We didn't recognize the person's name. And we tried to see who their sponsor was. And we said, well, how many people has that guy got? And he only had 2. Which was kind of weird, right? Because I have other people that have signed up hundreds, but it makes sense that might happen to me because I signed up 1,500, right? So I want you guys to understand that it doesn't take to sign up 1,500 people like I have, or, like Steve Beutel signed up 1,000 now. He's going to catch me, right? Is that awesome? That's awesome. Okay? That is awesome. But here's the thing behind that. It doesn't take that many people to find one like this. You want to find these ones, but it doesn't take that many. But it does take action. Otherwise, you'll never have the chance to put that out there and that person join you. Okay? So you should be doing everything you can to learn how to promote that affiliate link for the next 6 days. Because it could pay off for you big time. And if it doesn't, that's okay, because we're going to teach you some skills that you may or may not know, or at least enhance the ones that you do know. And what's going to happen is you'll be able to go out there and be able to become lucky too, because of the power of one in this compensation plan. The power of one is very powerful. You can get your products paid for, but you can also get lucky by putting your link out there. Okay, it's really cool how that works. Taking action. People that succeed seem to get lucky a lot. People that fail and quit and stop advertising their link or never do seem to never have luck. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Okay. Make sure that you guys have faith. Create your belief level. Build up that this can happen for you. If it can happen for this guy, it can happen for you. It's possible. There's proof. We have over 50 ambassadors that this is working for. We have thousands and thousands of people that have sponsored somebody. And if you haven't, what's your excuse? What are you waiting for? Are you thinking that luck will just strike you? No, you have to take action first, and then luck will find you. Okay? Thanks for being here again tonight, guys. Some more great stuff tomorrow night that we're going to share with you. I can come back for the updates, but I want to dive a little bit tomorrow into a little bit more about the products again, and I want to share some really cool stuff. I was just actually putting some finishing touches on to load up that I was kind of debating that if I was going to share with you guys or not, and it's based around some of the Google stuff that just happened in the last few months, and some of the testing that I've been doing against that, and I'm talking about the Penguin updates on the algorithm to Google, and I just want to share some things tomorrow that you're going to have access to in the Academy that will that are strategies that work along with that Penguin upgrade. And just as you guys realize that we're ahead of the bubble, if something is out there that needs to get done, you won't have to go to multiple different sources. You'll see, and tomorrow night I'll reveal that you can see that by just being a part of the Academy, everything will be getting taken care of for you that's worth going out there and making money with. Remember, let me do the testing, let me do the perfecting, let me do the training, and then you just learn it and go and apply it. You don't have to get overwhelmed with all this other different stuff or black hat tricks that might work or defeat software systems and all that kind of stuff. Let me test out all that stuff first, and that's basically what you're going to be able to get as one of the components to the Academy as well, is our marketing vault, because we share everything that we've tested, everything we've done, proven to work, and then we put it in that step-by-step tutorial so that you can actually learn it, understand it, and then most importantly, go apply it so you can get lots of luck. Okay? Thanks again for being here tonight, guys. I will see you again tomorrow night. Get out there and share your marks, share your links. If you do need a co-op share and you have 3 or less sponsored people, you can access that in your members area to get guaranteed signups, but it will only last till, I believe, tomorrow night at midnight. Because we can't extend it past the pre-launch, and we have to have time to fulfill those orders before Monday. So I believe Wednesday is going to be the last time that you'll have access to the co-op. If you don't have access to the co-op, get your team to have access to the co-op. Get them to have some signups, because the Power One is very powerful for you as a business owner and understanding the power of the leverage of the system and the compensation plan that we have here. Take care again, guys, and I will see you tomorrow night. Have a good evening.